We just finished July, which tragically the deadliest month for U.S. forces in Afghanistan. We're in the middle of this surge of forces, building up to about 100,000, through the next several months. And I wanted to, and then of course, the last couple weeks, the big headlines of the information, intelligence information leaks that went to concerning the Afghanistan war. And, being a member of the Intelligence Committee, obviously you have a lot of insight into this. You've been to Afghanistan. And so I guess the first place to start is, let's start with that intelligence release leak. It's a spill of information, 92,000 pages, of documents thrown onto the web. We come to find out that most or all of it from a PFC who, for whatever reasons, decided to do this. And I guess the initial question is, how serious is this? I think we know that, but that's more of a rhetorical. And secondly, how can a private do this? How does that happen?
Yeah. Well, there is a serious and growing problem within the government of this, I call it the culture of disclosure, where if you don't like something or you think you don't like something, as in many cases the information they have that causes a leak is not accurate because they have such a small portion of the whole picture. It's hard to make a decision based on one piece of the puzzle, but they do it often. And this was the same example. So he releases this information to a third party who they say will make the determination there's nothing harmful in it. Well, we know for a fact that people will likely be killed because of this information being disclosed. That's pretty serious. I would absolutely, if they won't charge him with treason, they ought to charge him with murder.
Well, shouldn't he be charged with treason?
I argue he should be charged with treason.
Do you think he will be?
It's yet to be determined, I think, on the way. They're trying to determine how he disclosed it and the way he did it. I guess there's some qualifiers in there, and if he would rise to the level.
And isn't treason in a time of war a capital crime?
Yes, and I would have absolutely, I would support it 100%. He put soldiers at risk who are out there fighting for their country, and he put people who are cooperating with the United States government clearly at risk. Them forever. Our soldiers will be out of the combat zone one day. Those folks will never be.
And their names are now on the internet.
Absolutely, and their cooperation or indicators, maybe even not their names. In some cases, their names weren't in there, but it said clearly identifying factors that you could, anybody with any trained intelligence eye could look at it and figure out who in the heck it was. And so it's incredibly dangerous, and it's dangerous to our troops. It tells the enemy how you operate under fire. What kind of things that you do when you are under attack or ambush or when you're going after the enemy. All of that is incredibly useful to people who want to kill Americans. And, this is not, I know the administration tried to play it down the first few days. This is incredibly serious. I was glad to see finally the Secretary of Defense come out and say, no, this is pretty serious stuff. Because